Hello everyone, my name is John Bossart. I'm an HPE Solution Center engineer for Ingram Micro. I help support servers, blade systems, storage, as well as networking technology solutions from HPE. In my videos, what I like to do is show you a slide from a popular PowerPoint and then present to you what that means within a management interface. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do an unboxing video of HPE's StoreVirtual 3200 based storage solution. StoreVirtual has been a popular solution. It's the software-defined storage that you'll find within HPE's hyperconverged solutions. The StoreVirtual 3200 based storage solution represents the next generation version of this storage. And what I like to do is point out the price point of this storage solution. Whether we're dealing with physical or virtualized environments, it allows us to provide shared storage at the cost of a server within these environments. So, with that being said, let's explore this environment. Okay everyone, let's explore our StoreVirtual 3200. Obviously I've already split open the box and looked inside, but I put everything back in so you can get an idea of what it looks like as you open this up. So let's open up the box here. Let's open up here, as well as over here. Let's take a look here. We'll start off here. So I open this up. This will be the front bezel for the system. This is what will cover up the drives. In the front, security bezel, so you can lock that up, make sure nobody gets in at your drives. This will be your rack mount rail kit. Pretty standard. Over here is a box you're going to want to look at. Pull that out. Inside this box, you're going to find your power cables, alright, and another bag. And then inside this bag there'll be a variety of things, some tie downs, SFPs that'll go into the back of the system, as well as some documentation and some labeling if you choose to use it. And we've got some foam packing we're going to want to remove. And we're ready to pull this guy on out. There's some foam back here and some foam up here, as well as a little piece of wood that goes across the front of this to keep the drives all in place. So let me stop this video, grab this guy out of here, and then we'll explore the system a little more. Okay, here's the front of our StoreVirtual 3200. They do have a large form factor version which can hold up to 12 large form factor drives. At this time it doesn't support SSD drives, but my small form factor based system, which can hold up to 25 drives, and it does have the ability to hold SSD drives. Mine came configured with 900 gig 10K RPM drives, but if I did come with some SSD drives, basically they do a tiering between the different storage solutions in there, or different drive types in there. Basically hot blocks of data would get automatically migrated up to SSD drives in the environment. That would happen automatically without user intervention. The basic idea with storage on this is this is not going to be grouped together in one big RAID set to say. You're going to have multiple RAID sets, and the usable capacity that gets created will be what you'll be able to create volumes on. So for example, you might get a couple RAID 5 sets, and then maybe if you have SSD drives in there, they might do like a RAID 1 set or a RAID 5 set, depending on how many drives you'd have. Right? And then the usable capacity from each of those RAIDs would be put together in a disk pool, or a storage pool inside this environment, and you'd have that capacity available to be able to use. Right, so let's complete the look. There it is. Let's take a look at the back. Okay, so here's the back of our StoreVirtual 3200. Over here, we have our redundant power supplies. There's one of them. And then here, as well as here, we have fans. So I'll pop out one of those and let you look at that. Up here we have our serial number. And of course we have our two controllers. So starting over here we have our Sas Ports. So we have the ability to create a loop and add an extra 3 drive enclosures to this system if we wanted to. Next, we have our 1 gig connections. You'll have 2 per controller, or a total of 4 in this system. Here's a screw to actually loosen this guy up and actually remove this controller if you felt like it. Here's the management port, in which you'll use to initially configure the system. And then over here, my system's configured with 2 10 gig Ethernet connections, so I have to pop a couple of those SFPs that I showed you in the box earlier. You can also get this configured as an extra 2 1 gig connections. Again, that's 2 per controller. And with the extra 2, you'll have 8 1 gig connections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 within the solution. Now there are versions of the system that are created for fiber channel as well. If you have fiber channel connectivity into this storage solution, you'll see a card here and a card here, and you'll have a total of 4 fiber channel connections for this solution. So let's take a look at the top of the solution now. Okay, this is the top of our StoreVirtual 3200. What I'm going to do is take out one of the 2 controllers and let's take a look at it. The second one looks exactly like this. And what we're looking at is first is the NVRAM, and this is the battery backup, so if the system loses power, its contents can be dumped to flash RAM that exist on this memory module. There's a couple SD cards right here and here. One of them holds log files, and the other one actually holds the left-hand OS on it. Here is my 10 gig Ethernet card. So this could be a 10 gig Ethernet card, or it could be 2 more extra 1 gig cards. And remember, we have those 2 1 gig connections over here as well. If your system came as a fiber channel based solution, you would have a card in this slot over here for your fiber channel connections. And then again, you put your SFPs up in the front. Back here is the connectors for the backplane. So let's show you how that goes in real quick. Take off the top here. And you can see it actually plugs on into the backplane back here. So I hope you found this video informative. Please stay tuned for more videos.